Do you want to know the difference between bulking and cutting, when you should do what and how you can go about it? Then make sure to keep on watching. Hey guys, welcome to the 6th episode of my Getting Fit series. I am Sophie from GAINSBYBRAINS and this episode is all about bulking and cutting. So before I continue with this video, I just quickly wanted to mention that I would love if you like and leave a comment and subscribe to my channel, so you will never miss any of the uploads of my Getting Fit series. During your fitness journey, or when you start your fitness journey, you always have a goal, or you should have a goal. This can be that you want to get more healthy, that you want to get fit, maybe you want to get stronger, or maybe you want to gain muscle or lose fat. Whatever your goal is, it is very important that you align your nutrition with it in order to get maximum results. Now, a lot of people want to gain muscle mass while losing fat at the same time. And as a beginner, this might be possible as your body is not used to training. But it is never the most optimal way of doing things, because both gaining muscle and losing weight require a different environment for your body to be in. If you want to optimally build muscle, then you need to eat in a caloric surplus. You need to eat more calories than your body burns to maintain itself. This is also called a bulking diet. And when you are trying to lose weight, then you need to eat in a caloric deficit. This means that you eat less calories than your body needs in order to maintain itself, which is also called a cutting diet. So if you want to do things the most optimal way, then you need to make a decision. Are you going to start with bulking or are you going to start with cutting? Now, if you wanted to start with bulking, then you need to make sure that you have a certain level of leanness. As a guideline, people say that if you can see your abs, then you're probably lean enough to start an effective bulk. And with an effective bulk, I mean that if you are at a certain level of leanness and you put on weight, then the chances that the weight that you put on will translate into muscle mass is higher. The higher your body fat percentage gets, the less effective your bulk is, as weight that you put on is more likely to be transferred into additional fat instead of muscle. And that is not what you want for your bulk. So let's start with cutting. When you want to start your cut, you need to make sure that you know what your maintenance level calories are. Eating at maintenance level means that your body burns the same amount of calories as that you consume, and you will neither gain or lose weight. Now, this level of calories differs from person to person as it depends on a variety of factors. So my maintenance level calories are probably not the same as yours. So how to find it? Well, you can have a coach to help you with it. Or you can go online and find a calculator. Now, you can use this as a guideline. They're probably not very accurate, so it requires some trial and error there. So what I would recommend you to do is to eat at that maintenance level calories and then weigh yourself every single day. Calculate your weekly average weigh-in, because your weight can fluctuate quite a bit from day to day. And then compare your weekly average weigh-in to your weekly average weigh-in of a week earlier, for example. Now, if you have been eating at maintenance level, then you should have neither increased or decreased in weight. If you did, if you gained weight or if you lost weight, then you should either increase or decrease your calories for a bit in order to find your maintenance level calories. So now that you have established your maintenance level calories, the next step is to create a caloric deficit. And being in a caloric deficit means that you consume less calories than your body needs to maintain its current body composition, so that you will lose weight. You can create this deficit in two ways. You can either decrease your caloric intake, eat less, or you can increase your activity level so that your body burns more. However, a combination of both is usually what gets the best results. Now, you can create a small caloric deficit, a moderate caloric deficit, and a large caloric deficit. A small caloric deficit is a deficit of 15% of your maintenance level calories. A moderate deficit is a deficit of 20% of your maintenance level calories. And a large caloric deficit is a deficit of 25% of your maintenance level calories. Now, the level of caloric deficit that you want to create, that depends on your goals. Do you want to lose weight very fast, but making it less easy to maintain? Or do you want to lose weight pretty slowly, making it easier to maintain and decreasing your risks of losing muscle mass in the process? Now, I would always recommend you to create a deficit of 20% of your maintenance level calories, as this means that you will not be dieting for too long And it is also pretty easy to maintain your weight loss afterwards, because that is something that most people struggle with. Losing weight is one thing, but keeping the weight off is a whole other journey. So for example, my maintenance level calories are 2000 calories, and I create a moderate caloric deficit of 20%, which translates in me eating 1600 calories on a daily basis. So I will keep losing weight, until I no longer lose weight. Because your maintenance level calories depends on your weight. So if you lose weight, your maintenance level calories will decrease. So at one point, you will no longer lose weight eating 1600 calories. So then you can decrease your calories further, and I would recommend you to decrease it with steps of 100 calories after that. So then you will lose weight again until you no longer lose weight, etc. Now, the thing is that you don't want to keep decreasing your calories, as health is obviously the number one thing. So this is when cardio comes in very handy, because as I mentioned at the beginning, you can create a deficit by decreasing your intake or by increasing your activity level. So at one point in your cut, you feel like, okay, I don't really want to decrease my calories further and I want to increase my deficit. So I will increase my activity level by doing cardio. Now, I would always recommend you to do cardio, as your cardiovascular health is important, but you can always increase the amount of cardio that you are doing. So now that you know how to lose weight, let's talk about gaining weight. Let's talk about bulking. So if you want to start bulking, then you need to create a caloric surplus. And a caloric surplus is when you consume more calories on a daily basis than your body needs to maintain its current body composition. Thus you will gain weight. Now, this caloric surplus needs to be combined with resistance training in order to build muscle mass, as the extra energy that you consume will allow your body to grow itself. So the same as with cutting, you can create different levels of a caloric surplus. You can create a small one, a moderate one, or a large one. The small caloric surplus is 5% of your maintenance level, the moderate one is 10%, and the large one is 15%. So I usually create a caloric surplus of 10%. So if my maintenance level calories is 2000 calories, then I will be eating 2200 calories on a daily basis until I no longer gain weight. Because as you are gaining weight, your maintenance level calories also increases. So at some point you will stop gaining weight, and then you can increase your daily caloric intake with steps of 100 to 150 a time until you no longer gain weight again. Now for the boys, you want to create a larger caloric surplus. You want to create a surplus of around 10 to 20% of your maintenance level calories, which usually translate into a caloric surplus of somewhere between 250 to 500 calories. Now, I always keep my bulking diet and my caloric surplus very controlled. The reason why I do that is because I want to gain weight by gaining the least amount of fat possible, because I know that my cut afterwards will be much easier if I did not gain that much fat. Now, you can see whether you gaining weight is gaining muscle instead of just gaining fat by checking whether you are making progress in the gym. Because if you are making progress in the gym, then you know that you are building muscle mass, because at one point during your bulk, you will see less and less muscle definition, as you will always put on a little bit of fat. But then it can look like you are actually losing muscle mass. Well, that is not the case. That is just part of the bulk. You have to enjoy and respect the process. So that's it. The 6th episode of my Getting Fit series, all about bulking and cutting. So I really hope that it helped you out, that you enjoyed watching this video, and that I will see you in my next upload. Can't wait. So I will see you there.